Hey everyone, today we're going to be going into a Final Fantasy VII Remake preview, a closer look at combat. Square Enix just released this on their official Twitter account, so let's get right into this. We go beyond the demo to look at the battle system and the full version of Final Fantasy VII Remake. I actually just played the official demo on the PS4, and I have to say I fell in love with it. I've never played a Final Fantasy game all the way through, but I've played as a kid a long time ago Final Fantasy X on the PS2 a long time ago. But I love the Final Fantasy VII Remake demo, and I'm very excited for the full game. So let's dive into this article here. Final Fantasy VII Remake is now just a few weeks away. I'm very excited. Many of you will already be digging into the recently released demo. If not, what are you waiting for? Go download it. You should go download it. I highly recommend it. Go play it for yourself. But the demo, while exciting, is just a small sample from the very beginning of the game. Some of you may be wondering, how does the combat expand from there? Square Enix blog team recently played through more of the game. We experienced 3 meaty sections: the opening bombing mission and the subsequent escape, the assault on the Reactor 5, and a boss battle in the Midgar sewers. With many hours of gameplay under my belt, I wanted to share some of my own impressions of how the combat is shaping up. Nice. So here we go. We have combat beyond the demo. I've seen a lot of fans ponder about Final Fantasy VII Remake's combat system. How does it feel to play? Honestly, it feels completely unique to the point where I can't really think of a reference point to compare it to. What I can say for sure is that it is enormously satisfying. I do agree with that. When I played the demo, the combat felt so good. The switching off between characters, the Punisher mode, the different modes and abilities, it all revolves around ATB. As you battle, 2 ATB bars underneath the character's HP indicator will fill. When one is complete, you can spend it to use a special attack or speller item. I used speller items were really helpful in the demo against bosses and the crab boss. We've written about this before, and you can experience this for yourself in the demo. But having played much further into the game, combat opens up dramatically. Your options get deeper, battle strategy becomes even more important, and fights feel fantastically rewarding as a result. That is really great to hear. I definitely want to be able to upgrade in the combat, or just have more combat skills and stats. To try to explain what I mean, here are some observations. Nice picture of Cloud. Each party member is unique. Every playable character in Final Fantasy VII Remake feels distinct. While they all share the same basic controls, the way they fight is markedly different. You can switch between party members in battle, or just give them orders via the command menu, which the command menu I used a lot during the demo. Either way, understanding how best to leverage their strengths will give you a massive edge in battle. Here's a brief summation of the core party. So Cloud, of course, Cloud an effective fighter in almost all combat scenarios. His abilities are wide-ranging, from stagger-filling assaults to flurries of attacks that increase in power with subsequent hits. His Punisher stance, activated pressing triangle, lets him counter foes after a block. Not only useful, but so satisfying to pull off. Yeah, I super love Cloud's combat in the demo. It just felt so good, so fluid, so fast, and I can't wait to play him more in the actual game. Barrett, his signature gun arm makes him a logical choice to take out enemies that are high up or far away, but he has far more utility than that. For example, his steel skin ability means that he can't be interrupted by foes when using magic or abilities. That's cool. That's awesome. Yeah, I used Barrett to actually beat the crab walker boss in the demo. I kind of just stood from afar and just lasered the thing, and yeah, Barrett's really fun to use. Now we get into the good stuff here, the really good stuff. Tifa and Aerith. So Tifa is capable of delivering astonishing amounts of damage and doing so very quickly. Though she's in a serious trouble if she gets overwhelmed. Her speed and ability to pressure enemies means I found her to be something of a wrecking ball against Shinra's various minions. Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, I'm very excited to play Tifa because I haven't played her yet. So it's gonna be great to actually play her when the game comes out. I like the sound of damage very quickly. That sounds like DPS, and that's amazing. I'm excited. Aerith, when it comes to magic, there's no equal. She casts noticeably more potent spells than her allies, and many of her abilities play into that strength. For example, she can steal MP from opponents or drop a holy circle that allows the party to multicast. Amazingly useful in battle against Abzu. You'll want to keep her far away from the center of the action though. Okay, so you kind of want to keep Aerith and like Barret in the back shooting, and then like Tifa and Cloud kind of like DPSing from the looks of it. Aerith, I'm extremely excited about because she is like kind of the mage of the group. She's going to cast spells. She's going to, Holy Circle. Maybe she'll have some healing abilities. That's very interesting, and I'm very excited to see her abilities. Okay, so ATB is essential. Standard attacks exist primarily to add to the ATB gauge. They only inflict minor damage. So if you expect to win a battle by spamming the square button, you will die, probably very quickly. Oh, so it's all about timing. True, the standard Shinra security forces you face at the start of the game can be put down with not much trouble. For most enemies and bosses, you'll have to rely on abilities and spells. That's definitely true because the crab boss had to use a lot of spells and like fire with Cloud and the electricity or shock from Barret in the demo. Yeah, I tested this out against a Riot Trooper. These shield-wielding foes shrugged off Cloud's basic combos and responded with brutal attacks of their own. Before long, Soldier Boy was down for the count. But by spending ETB on fire magic, I was able to take out foes in mere seconds. Yeah, that's like I said, the fire helps so much against the boss in the demo. So we got 3 more paragraphs here. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. And combat requires thought. Combat may be real-time in Final Fantasy VII Remake, but I'd argue that the scraps are as much as a test of the mind as they are of reflexes. The game constantly mixes up its encounters. Just when you think you've developed a foolproof plan, a new enemy type or composition foes turns up to completely wrong-foot you. I found that I constantly had to adjust my strategy on the fly. Should I use attacks like Cloud's Braver to inflict maximum damage? Should I focus on abilities to stagger the enemies so it'll take more damage? Would it be more efficient to focus purely on elemental weakness? Wow, there's a lot there to keep in mind in each battle. A good strategy and a thorough understanding of your various options makes a significant difference to your effectiveness in combat, and it makes every encounter feel meaningful and fun. That's great to hear. From what he's saying, it's making the combat feel unique and fresh every time you are in a new encounter or in a new area. I really, really, really like that. That's awesome. Bosses are brilliant, but they are no pushovers. That depth carries over to the bosses, which are fantastic. We fought against 3 overpowered foes: Scorpion, Sentinel, Airbuster, and Abzu. Okay, every single one presented a unique battle that required different strategies to overcome. And strategy is important because if you approach these fights without proper consideration, it's likely you won't make it out. These guys are tough. That is true. That crab, I died the first time I faced that crab in the demo, but then we beat it on the second try because you learn from the first. You learn a lot from the first time you fight a boss. Like, you learn all of its abilities. You meet the Scorpion Sentinel during the opening bombing mission. That's what it's called, not the crab, the Scorpion Sentinel. Okay, since it's in the demo, we won't dwell on it much. Dwell much on it, except to say electricity is your friend. Also attack while its tail's up. Interesting. That'll be good to know when the full game comes out. The Airbuster is encountered during the game's second bombing mission, and it steps things up a notch. In this battle, positioning is everything, and the mechanized menace is surprisingly fast and has vicious attacks that should be avoided at all costs. For example, at points in the fight, it can detach its hands so they can attack independently, and you are in the path of these flying fists. You'd be best to hit the potion or phoenix down. Fortunately, these attacks tend to follow a predictable path. If you're paying attention, you can maneuver to a safe space in the battlefield. Not only you negated the attack, you're well positioned to follow up with a coordinated counter assault. Okay, that's awesome. So yeah, I've seen some little bits of gameplay of this boss. I don't really want to do any gameplay or react to any gameplay of this boss because I want to experience it for myself, and I want you all to experience it when you watch my play. If you want to watch my playthrough on the channel, we're going to do a full playthrough of Final Fantasy VII Remake, and we're also going to do a Final Fantasy VII Remake Deluxe Edition unboxing as well. So I'm very excited about that. Let's keep going here. Finally faced off against Abzu in the sewers beneath Midgar. The slobbering beast tests everything you've learned so far. It charges quickly, it is incredibly strong, and it can use the environment itself against you. Getting smothered by sludge from a sewer pipe is probably not how Cloud imagined to go out. Is a tricky fight, but fortunately Cloud's equipped with the SS's materia, which provided value information about Abzu's primary weakness, which I won't reveal so you can work it out for yourselves in the full game. Okay, yeah, exactly. I don't want to really know too much more about that. I want to experience it for myself. That was just a brief look at the combat in Final Fantasy VII Remake. It is generally an enjoyable system that captures the essence of the original game while still feeling fresh, unique in its own right. Beautiful. And yeah, it's pretty awesome. Really enjoyed my time with the demo. It was great. I totally agree with this guy. And yeah, I mean, that's the article here. Just a little in-depth look into the combat. Talks a little bit about, again, the characters, which I'm super excited to play. As Tifa and Aerith. I'm so excited. We're about 3 weeks out, everyone. This is very, very exciting times. Make sure you hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. We're going to be doing a full playthrough, again, on this channel, every single part of the game, and also we're going to be doing an unboxing of the Deluxe Edition. I'm very, very, very excited to play this game, play the official game when it comes out, and yeah, I appreciate all the amazing support. Lots to look forward to with Final Fantasy VII Remake, and yeah, y'all have a wonderful day.